Hey guys, an update on our camper trailer as promised. So it's been home, I've gone over it, it's really good, I love it to bits, and I'm toying with buying another one just to use as a box trailer, which they could be like puppies. I was talking to a guy who's got 5 of them, but then again, I digress. We had to get it registered, and I promised I'd document the procedure. It was as simple as, when these things are going through army life or getting rid of them from auction system, they're being stamped with their ARN number on the drawbar with a date. The date in this case is 1984. Now I'm presuming maybe that's when they've been gone through very thoroughly, and they're saying this is a remanufacture date. I don't know, but anyway, the ARN number is what we're using for a VIN number. In my state, they are actually already in the licensing system. They are in the licensing system as an ADI half-ton trailer, which is an Australian Defence Industry as a manufacturer. However, when I went to get this registered, I found a friendly Land Rover specialist who laughed at my Jeep, but that's okay. I can't get my head around driving Land Rover, but so that's all good. These guys are very used to these things. These trailers are highly desirable in the Land Rover community, and they're more than used to processing the registration requirements. A lot of the guys who just do normal run-of-the-mill cars have got problems with the pintle hook, they have problems with some of the lights, they have problems with a lot of things. So it was really good just to have a streamlined process. So we're using the ARN number as a VIN number. The trailer's 1984, so it's quite old, so that's okay. I had to get the lights working, which meant changing the connector on the trailer from the NATO 13-pin connector to a 7-pin flat connector. Now there's a connection block at the back for all the lights, a cheapo plastic connector pack. So I've just undone all the NATO wiring, pulled it out of the trailer and put in a complete new 7-wire loom with flat pin connector on it. That didn't take long at all, and was mainly just to get this thing registered. Apart from that, I had to get a weighbridge ticket. She weighs 320 kilos, probably a bit on the light side at the weighbridge because they're normally around the 350 kilo mark, but anyway, that's what the weighbridge said it was, and that was it. I had to do nothing else. Paperwork at the motor registry was a 10-minute job. As I said, they're in the system as an army cargo trailer or an ADI half-ton trailer. That's in my state, in my country. So if that helps anyone out, that's fine. So yeah, so she's already, oh, and I had to have the proof of purchase from the auctions, which just stated what it is and how much I've paid for it for stamp duty reasons. So apart from that, it's done. Loving how it tows. I thought I'd have real problems with the lunette and pintle with regard to reversing. I don't, and I don't know if that's because the Land Rover, the Jeep is narrower than the Land Rovers. I was talking to the guys at the Land Rover specialist, and they were saying that when they start to get offline, they're hard to see behind the Land Rovers, and by the time you catch them, they've gone. Because the Jeep's a bit narrower, I can see it, and I have no problems backing it up a long uphill driveway. So very happy with that. Where are we going with it? We've been to the camping show, we've looked at a lot of rooftop tents and what we're going to do with it. Some of the issues with the trailer, I think I've gone over before, is that they don't have a drop down tailgate, and a lot of the guys are cutting them and putting in drop down tailgates. To me, we're then taking away from the originality of the trailer, and a lot of the Land Rover guys are extending the drawbar by 500 mils, give them more tow ball weight and track better for backing and everything. I'm considering doing the drawbar 500 mil extension, if only to give me more space on the drawbar to, say, mount a fridge slide, put maybe a Weber there or something inside a box. And it also pushes the wheels back on the whole assembly. At the moment, I wish that bloke would stop with the chainsaw, but anyway, inconsiderate when I'm doing this. At the moment, the wheels are probably just slightly back from the balance point on the trailer, which makes it awesome to wheel around. Maybe not so awesome when we're changing weight distribution on it. So, after looking at a lot of rooftop tents and talking to a lot of people, and they're saying that when you put a rooftop tent up here, and even if you're putting your stuff in the trailer, they can get a little bit top heavy. A lot of guys I'm noticing with these things are putting a wider offset rim on them to give them more stability. I'm toying with the idea of pulling the axle out and putting some electric brakes in with my stud pattern of choice and wheel design of choice. The beauty with the axle here is that the bearings are so over-engineered, it's not funny. And they have a grease nipple because they were in the army and they're good, and you can just pump grease into them and they'll last forever. But apart from that, she's a fairly basic thing. I don't think you could kill it with a stick. I'm going to pull the tub off. I may get the drawbar extended, and I think we're going to build a boxy teardrop trailer on it. It's not going to be a huge teardrop trailer. There's a few designs which I'll throw some pictures up of what I'm thinking the end result will be, but at the moment we'll pull the tub off, have a look at it. I may get the drawbar extended, and then we can bring it back and start from there. So that's where we are today, guys. I thought you'd like an update. If you're after a good trailer, these are awesome. And I wouldn't mind another one because they are just so damn good, just as a box trailer. We'll see how we go. So that's it for today, guys. That's an update. We'll see you next time. Bye now.